Okay, welcome to this mindful meditation. Merry Christmas Eve to those who celebrate. And today I wanted to just provide a short practice. It probably won't be more than 30 minutes or so, if that, probably a little bit less, just to connect with ourselves before we go out and give to so many people. This can be a daily practice, but especially during the holidays, it's all about everyone else. What are you making, baking, gifting? There's so much pressure and stress to be so many things at once, to be happy, to feel joyful. And that's just not always the case. I think the more we resist what we're really feeling, the more we can suffer or struggle, and sometimes you just have to allow the grief or the sadness to be there, because a lot of times holidays come with pressure, stress, grief, sadness. And when we allow that to be there, then some relief is provided. Some of that pressure goes away. So let's go ahead and start. So, what I would love to have everyone do is to just get in a comfortable position. So, that can be sitting upright, it can be lying down, whatever works for you. I think the key is to try to have a balance of relaxation and alertness. So, I like to sit up with my shoulders back, but also relaxed, so there's not a lot of tension. And once you find a comfortable position, just go ahead and close your eyes if that feels comfortable for you, or you can pick a spot on the floor to focus on. And just begin to settle into your body. Begin to notice the rise and fall of your breath. Begin to notice your heartbeat. And begin to notice any sounds you may hear around you, inside the room that you're in or outside the room. It's raining right now, so I can hear the rain outside of my window. Beginning to notice your body sitting here, noticing the points of contact your body makes with the surface you're sitting on or laying on, or the floor. Just noticing that pressure. Noticing the temperature in the room. Maybe there are parts of your body that feel cooler, that are exposed, and parts of your body that feel warmer, that are maybe clothed. Maybe you have a blanket. And now I want you to picture everything that has happened up until this point today or this week. Just imagine it getting further and further away from you until you can no longer see it or sense it anymore. And everything on your agenda for today or this week, also imagining that getting further and further away from you until you can't feel it or sense it anymore. And that leaves you only with this present moment, right here, right now. Nothing else exists in this moment. This is the only reality, is your presence. So go ahead and tune into yourself now that the outside world or the outside agenda is gone. Just really put all your attention inside, saying hello to yourself, maybe telling yourself that you missed you, letting yourself know for the next few minutes you are going to be 100% fully attentive to you. And as you tune in, just begin to release and relax any tension, which might be easier to do now that you don't have a lot of external pressure, just need to be here right now. So, with each exhale, melting into the surface that you're sitting on or lying on more and more. Now we're just going to get a sense of the different states of being. So we're going to get a sense of where our mind is, our body is, where our emotions are. And just remember that everything is allowed to be here. So whatever you're experiencing as we go through this process, you don't need to change it or fix it. You just have to notice where it is right now. So let's start with your mental state. Let's check in with your mind. You just have to notice the quality of your mind right now. So I'll give you a moment to do that. Maybe you notice some thoughts that are present, maybe some tension or clinging. Whatever is there is okay. Just watching. And now, actually, let's imagine for a second a ladder going from your head to your heart. And imagine climbing down that ladder into your heart space. And let's just notice the quality, state of your heart. Allowing whatever is present to be there. No judgment. Relaxing into whatever is there. And now we're going to move our focus to our emotional state. So sometimes our emotions live in different parts of the body, in our chest, in our solar plexus, or other parts, and just check in with your emotional state and notice again what's there. How are you feeling emotionally? And you can allow whatever comes to mind, whatever sensation, memory, just let it be there without needing to change it or fix it. Just breathing into it. And now we're going to gently shift our attention to our physical body. So, noticing what's there physically. Maybe there's some numbness if your foot fell asleep, or there's an itch or a slight discomfort in your body. Just whatever is there, you can find one particular sensation if that's helpful. And again, just allow the physical sensations to be there without trying to change or fix them. Just breathing into them. And now you can gently let this specific practice go, coming back to yourself, coming back to your heart space. And now, in your mind's eye, imagine going into the holidays. So, starting today, you're stepping into the holidays. And as you imagine going into the holidays, what emotional, mental, or physical state comes up? So, I'm going to give you some time to do that as you imagine what you have going on, what your day looks like, the next week looks like. Let's just see what comes up as you begin to imagine stepping into the holidays. And again, noticing without judgment, letting whatever is there be there. There's a lot of pressure during the holidays that you need to be happy or joyful or have it all together. And sometimes that's not the real situation. So, this is your space to just let whatever is there be there. So, I'll give you a moment to do that. And while you're doing that, see if you can start naming some of the things that are coming up for you in your mind's eye, and letting yourself have whatever is coming up for you. So just telling yourself that I can feel this way. I can be this way, even if sometimes it is joyful and happy and excited. So, whatever is there, just start naming it and start accepting it as your reality. And knowing that you can bring this reality into your holiday experience. So, knowing that you can, for example, have grief during the holidays and bring it with you to your holiday events. Not that you need to let the grief run the show, but when we allow our emotions to be there, sometimes there's less pressure and there's relief. And actually, you'll be able to enjoy the experience a little more because you're not fighting or pushing down an emotion. So, let's just use grief, for example. If there is grief as you go into the holidays, you can have grief and you can have connection and celebration and enjoyment at the same time. It's not necessarily one or the other. You can just take whatever your reality is into your experience as well. And this just allows us to begin to trust our experience, even if it doesn't fit the expectation or the mold. You can show up a little more authentically and with a little more relief and detachment. And now, as you sit with these parts or feelings, ask yourself or ask them, what do you need right now? Is there an action or something I can do on your behalf? And just see what comes up. If nothing comes, that's okay too. But I'll give you a moment to ask yourself, what do you need right now? What do these parts need from you? And if nothing comes up, sometimes it comes up later in the day, and that's okay too. It may not come up right now. But if something did come up, make a commitment to yourself and to those parts to do that thing for yourself. And as a way to honor yourself as you move forward today and into the week. And now beginning to come back, keeping your eyes closed if they are closed. But let's begin to come back into your body. So, again, noticing the surface you are sitting upon, noticing where your body makes contact with the surface or the floor, noticing the rise and fall of your breath. Noticing your heartbeat. Noticing the sounds around you. Getting a sense of what's around you. What colors, what objects. And when you're ready, you can gently open your eyes before we begin a short journaling practice. And if you have a journal, go ahead and grab it. Just have a couple of journal questions. And the first question is, and you can drop into your heart space if that's helpful as you journal. And the first question is, what am I feeling right now without needing to change it or fix it? I'll give you a couple minutes. And the next question, you can always go back to the first one if you're not finished, but the next question is, if I could offer myself one kind word or permission today, what would it be? And you can always go back and write more if you need to. But I just wanted to give you some mindful time to yourself before going into the next week of holiday events and experiences. And just remember to connect back to yourself, because the more you connect to yourself, the more you can give to others. As they say, you can give more from a full cup than an empty cup. So these practices are just examples of how you can come home to yourself, come back to yourself when you're being pulled in a million different directions, especially during the holidays. So thank you for joining. Namaste. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Bye.